I want to welcome you to Dream Chasers Radio with me, your host, Yaya Diamond. What's up, peoples? How you doing? Oh my gosh. So you guys know I love authors. That's right. If you're just joining me, then you should not be like alarmed. I'm going to just say this all the time. I love authors. Authors have given you the best books, the best movies, the best school materials. Books, authors are where it's at. And without it, we would have no knowledge to date. That idiot that's down around the corner would be you, me, and everyone else without a book. Okay. And so guess what? I have an author on the show today. That's right. And Miss Eleanor Maier is here today. And I hope I said that last name right. Did I say that right, Miss Eleanor?
Maier. Uh-huh.
See, I'm getting good at this. Hi, Miss Eleanor. How are you today?
I am fine.
Awesome. Awesome. So, Miss Eleanor, you have to tell us about yourself now.
Well, I've been married 67 years to the same man.
No, you are not. You can't be married. How old are you, Miss? Can I ask you that?
Yes, I'm 94 years old.
No, you're not. No, you're not. I'm telling you, you look amazing.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Awesome. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead. Keep going. I'm sorry. You just look great.
Well, I have 3 children and I have 3 grandchildren. And I graduated from a Bible college and then from Whitworth University with a bachelor's degree. And I've done various things in my life, like I was an administrative secretary, a teacher, a business owner, active promoter of my faith, and that kind of covers a little bit. Oh, and I also am a devoted wife and mother.
Awesome. Okay. Awesome. But you're author now too.
Oh yeah, I forgot that. Yeah.
She forgot. It's okay. It's all right. You are entitled to forget things. At over 80 is like you're like, that is just amazing to me. That you guys have been together for such a long time. But we're not gonna get into that, but you do not look like you're in your 90s. I'm sorry. You just don't. That's great. That's great. I hope you don't feel like you're in your 90s. I hope you feel like you're in your 50s.
Well, I don't know what feeling like you're in my 90s is. It doesn't seem possible that it's that I've lived that many years.
Tell me, let me tell you, I just, it's a blessing for me to even hear that you're still kicking it and with your husband. Hey. So I'm just so excited to have you on the show and actually have your husband right next to you. It's amazing and it's a blessing. So
let's see my husband.
Yes, definitely. Where is he? Hello. This is wonderful just to have both of you on the show. Thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah.
Thank you. Great. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and any one of you guys can answer this question. It doesn't matter because guess what? You guys are a support system for 60 plus years. And this is just amazing to me. Miss Maier, when you found out that you wanted to write, Miss Eleanor, when did you say, okay, this is real, I really want to write, or was it just gradual?
Well, I actually got, I've had a desire to write this for a couple of years, but I never had enough courage to do it. And then my couple of nieces, when I was about 2 years ago, asked me some questions about my history, and my husband told me, why did you write it down? And then I started writing it down, and I decided, well, why don't I write a book? So that's how it all started.
Oh my gosh. So this book, I'm going to go ahead and go here. Decisions Matter is literally your life.
Yes, it is. When you go through the book, I made so many decisions, so I decided it would be a good title.
Yeah, well, yeah, definitely. Wow. So, I don't know your name. Eleanor's husband
is Cliff.
Cliff. When she said that she was going to do this, and you said, "Go, why don't you go ahead and write it down?" And she says, "Okay, I'm just going to make a book." What is that? What did that do for you? How did you feel about that?
Well, I wondered if I was really surprised because she had just had a
Aortic.
a stroke and had an aortic valve replaced, and she was pretty sick for it. And all of a sudden, she starts talking about writing a book, and I couldn't believe that, that she was going to take this on. But man, she was serious, and it was a sign that she was really recovering from her illnesses. And she worked very hard at it for about 6 months or close to a year. We just spent a lot of time at it, and it was amazing the kind of energy and commitment she had towards it. And so in about a year, we had to pretty much wrapped up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So what is it like to see your life, or even just the things that you've chosen, in a book format?
Well, it sometimes a little scary that everybody knows so much about me,
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
But on the other hand, I wrote it. I had a purpose in writing, not just to write about me. That wasn't my desire. I have a life of faith, and I wanted to share my faith with others, and I felt this was another way to do it. So the book is really, the really reason for me writing the book is to be a testimony and a witness to others, and maybe hopefully a blessing to others. That's
Yeah.
really the bottom line reason why I wrote the book.
Awesome. Awesome. Being that this now is on paper form, what was the one thing that kind of surprised you that you could remember that you wrote in the book? Like, oh my gosh, I forgot this even happened.
Oh my goodness. I don't know. There's a lot of things that
Yeah.
I couldn't remember. I started to dream about things before I wrote the book. It was amazing. I would dream about certain events in my life as if they just happened yesterday. And I think that was God kind of prompting me and write this book.
That is amazing. Wow. Wow. And Cliff, you're in that book too, I'm sure.
Yeah. Remember what?
I said, you're in that book, I'm sure, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's in the book. Yes.
Oh, yes, I'm definitely in it.
He's been a part of my life for so many years. He's got to be.
Definitely. Oh yeah, definitely. So, I mean, when you guys finished, Cliff, and she finished, what was that like to see you in that book as well?
Well, it was great to have a record of some of the things I went through too. Quite a bit of the book is about me too. So it meant that I didn't have to write my story or it'd be preserved anyway. And I think it was, it was pretty great that she did it.
But it is great to have the story put out there. But now that it's beyond your family and it's out there for the world to see, what do you want people to remember you? And how do you want them to remember you when they read this book?
I want them to remember, to think about God and his faithfulness and how he's prepared a home for all of us. And I want people to realize that. And that's really my motivation. I'm so concerned about people not going to hell and going to heaven, and it's just a decision away. I mean, and I that's what I want. I just want to see. That's what my whole purpose is.
Well, I think a purpose too was that she preserved her history for her posterity to know what kind of a person she was and what kind of experiences she went through, and how some of those decisions that they made her life go one way instead of another. And that way that those decisions that she made really had a great determinative impact upon her, and she's been influential in many circles and different circumstances all her life. And I think the decision that she made, or that outlook that she had a lot to do with that. And so that's preserved in the book.
Yeah.
That's great. That is wonderful. Miss Eleanor, I am telling you, I'm so happy for you, and I'm so proud of you guys for staying together that long and for being that representative to let people know that we can do it. But not only that, to preserve the history in the book. That's just, to me, that's just amazing. Even though you were going through, you weren't thinking of yourself.
No, that's not the reason I wrote the book. You know, to think I started out as an orphan on a primitive pioneer farm, and you know, and rose to relative prosperity and a good life with my husband and all that. Yeah, it's amazing.
That is amazing. Oh my gosh. It's just a blessing all the way around, 360 degrees. You are such a blessing. Thank you guys both for being on the show. Where can people find your book?
Well, it's available on Amazon.com. It's available at iTunes and Barnes and Noble, and apparently in major bookstores all across the world, the publisher tells me. So
Yep. And it definitely is. It's called Decisions Matter, 93 years of experiences, surprises, and joys beginning in poverty on a primitive pioneer farm. You guys have got to go ahead and check that out for yourself. It's on Amazon.com. I'm going to go ahead and put that link in the description box below so that you guys can go ahead and get that and look at that for yourselves. And thank you again so much, Miss Eleanor. And I mean, you guys just continue to be a blessing to everyone.
well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to dare to be different. And don't forget to go and check that book out for yourselves. Until next time, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.